Hey, Capricorn, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your February 2024 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Capricorn, welcome. This reading is all about purpose. Okay, it's about, what's your purpose in this job, in this situation, in this relationship, or even life purpose. So please take it as it resonates to your story. Now, bottom of the deck here, you have truth be told. There's some sort of truth or clarity that will be illuminated to you in the month of February if it isn't already. Someone may have been wearing a false mask, as you see that there's a mask underneath here. And so some sort of truth I feel is going to be exposed. And I'm getting right away a couple of songs. My clairaudience has been active when it comes to these bonus readings. I think every single sign has received a song, but I'm actually hearing two for you, Capricorn. And the first song is Here I Go Again on My Own, Whitesnake. So some of you may be going off on your own, or there's an energy here of moving in a new direction that maybe has to do with a more singular energy. It could be, or you are deciding to go solo on a project, or maybe you felt like you were singled out of a situation. That's the first song, Here I Go Again on My Own. And then the other song is Hit Me Like a Hurricane. I forget who sings it. It's the rock song, not the country. Well, it could be either or, but it's Hit Me Like a Hurricane. So there may have been something that came in quite quickly for you, Capricorn, and maybe that's part of the truth that I'm that's coming through with that song, where something may have kind of hit you quite strongly or taken you by surprise. Yeah, it kind of threw you off balance. Look at this. You have underneath the Poise card in reverse, Loyal Heart in reverse, and Fork in the Road. So when the Poise card shows up, and these are all subconscious energies. It's what's going on underneath the surface. So some sort of truth is coming out, or getting honest with yourself, Capricorn. Some of you, it kind of threw you off your balance a little bit, because the poise and the upright is all about being ready, being willing to take charge. And then something came in with the Loyal Heart, and I feel like maybe some emotions were cloudy. Some of you may have been thrown for a little bit of a loop, and it caused you to kind of redirect your energy. There's the going off on your own, right? And you actually see that this, I'm not sure what he is. He almost looks like a llama with horns, but he has the owl on top of him there. And so I feel like you're getting clear about a direction, and you actually see that there's a couple of different paths available to you. But whatever this truth is, it has caused a little bit of a wrench, right? It's thrown a little bit of a wrench in your plans. But let's see how that unfolds for you. All right. So we do have the Time for a Nap card. This can be pause, reflect, reevaluate, reassess, rejuvenate, right? It reminds me of the Four of Swords energy, where it's time to kind of rest and retreat, heal. Give yourself some time to just take a break, catch your breath, regroup. Some of you have been overworking, overthinking, maybe even ignoring the signs of rest. It's time for you to slow down for a minute, in order for you to really reevaluate this crossroads that's showing up for you. Okay, because the next card out here, Capricorn, thank you, Spirit. I'm hearing the name Shannon, or say that again, Shanton. It could be a different language. I feel like, or Shanti, or Shanton, or Shannon. Please take that as it resonates. It could be a last name, a location, a person that you're dealing with, or yourself. Now you do have the building blocks here. This is about rebuilding or adding to an existing energy. And they're actually showing me a Jenga game at this time. For those of you that are familiar with Jenga, it's almost like you're pulling out one block without it crumbling, and you keep piling on top. But I feel like there's a stronger, more solid, stable foundation that you are building upon. Instead of just pulling out the pieces, hoping that it doesn't fall, right? Or come in like a hurricane and come crashing down. It's like you could be making some choices, because usually Jenga, you're playing it with someone else, right? So instead of waiting for someone to make a move that could potentially cause something to crumble down, I feel like you are the one that's making some choices or some decisions, and you could be helping guide others. Okay, you could be a coach, a mentor. Perhaps you are assisting others in what moves to make that can help build this foundation. But I like the energy of the building blocks here, because there are some new options. 2 and 8 equals 10. And so 1 is all about new beginnings, leadership as well. So that makes sense with kind of going into a more leader position and having the courage. And 1 is also the number of self, right? So there is this strong energy of you building something for yourself, or you building up your dreams instead of someone else's. Okay, I just get this strong energy, but before any decisions are made, there is that nap time, or a time for rest and pause, a time to problem solve, because 2 and 4 showing up here also is 6. And wow, as I said that, they showed me 624 on the clock. So we just clarified 2 and 4 equals 6, and they showed me 624. So some of you, that could be significant. Maybe 6/24, June 24th, or possibly 24 could be significance for you, or some of you could be seeing 666 or something of that nature. But this is also the moon energy, which can be about some uncertainties, but trusting in your intuition, maybe through meditation, maybe you're getting messages through your dream state as well. And then your outcome here is no place like home. This is about you coming back to a sense of self, again, of home. It's card 5, which represents change. It represents travel, or, finding solutions to any conflict in order for you to feel more at home within your decisions. This may have to do with stability or around the home environment as well. But you can see that even though this home, it's almost like it's on this stand, like a bird feeder, right? I feel like you're protected. There's a sense here of something not maybe being grounded, but protected at the same time. So that means that you're still working on grounding something into reality. You're still working on the building blocks. Some of you, this does have to do with a home, a move, building a home, relocating, moving. A sense of stability here. Working from home, working remotely, but the light's on, and you can see that there's a lot of love and there's a lot of energy that's emanating here from inside the home. So there could be a restructuring of maybe the belief system around home as well. So Capricorn, let's dive in here. Now, sometimes that home energy can be about, your place in the world, where you feel you belong as well, a sense of belonging. All right, let's take a look here. Okay, we're just going to take both of them for you. 7 of Swords. That makes sense with something, some sort of truth coming out here, in Page of Cups. Someone may have lost motivation or excitement, or the beginning of something didn't maybe turn out the way that you thought it would. We'll explore that here in a moment. Let's look at your weakness. Current situation. Yeah, there's the Chariot. Definitely some sort of movement happening here. Your strength. Your purpose, secondary purpose, lessons to be learned, desires, hopes, and fears, what you don't know or don't see coming, and then advice to achieve your hopes and desires. All right, bottom of the deck, 5 of Coins. Look at that. It's actually showing up in reverse, which is a positive omen, because look at what it says. Rebuilding stability. Or recovering stability. That rebuild energy is really strong, though. It's better than some hard misfortunes, which is the flip side. When we see it showing up in reverse, subconsciously, that's what the purpose is here, is to recover and rebuild your sense of stability, whatever that may be for you, whether that is in a relationship, in your career, your finances, your health. You're rebuilding and recovering, but let's walk you through it here. So starting off in your energy, there is an energy of getting honest with yourself. And we see that showing up here with the truth be told. And we see that with the loyal heart showing up here as well. So both of these oracle cards are clarifying exactly what's happening here with the Seven of Swords and the Page of Cups. Okay, so some sort of situation that you may have lost excitement, lost love. You may have felt a little bit overwhelmed with this Page of Cups in reverse. You may have been hurt. Someone could have been very immature in a situation here, or maybe you were missing the signs. This can be self-deception as well. Maybe you tried to go along with something because you were trying to be a loyal friend, a loyal partner, a loyal person, but at the same time it left you hurt, but you were really lying to oneself because you were extending your heart where maybe you knew deep down that something wasn't aligned. Someone around you could have been lying or deceiving you, and it was supposed to be a new exciting opportunity, but yet it's like something fell flat here. Something fell flat and it caused you a little bit of a shakeup within your stability. But let's take a look at why, what, whom, how. In your weakness, you have the Four of Coins, Four of Pentacles. This is what we all struggle with here on this earthly realm. When to hang on, when to let go. When we can start to master the art of letting go, which is so very difficult because we want to attach ourselves to things, right? We want to attach ourselves to labels, to relationships, to our careers, to, whatever it may be. This is a part of your weakness, is you want to hang on so tightly to a belief or to a sense of stability or to a friendship or to a relationship, even when it is damaging. And the reason why I say that is because in this Four of Coins, he's holding a cigar. And again, I'm not calling anyone out who smokes cigars, but typically we know that cigars aren't in our highest good, right? So sometimes we stay doing things, we stay hanging on to an energy that's not in our highest good. And in this case, pentacles represent your stability. It's finances, it's material gains and losses, it's prosperity, it's health, it's body, it's physical, it's tangible. And your weakness is hanging on when you need to let go, basically. And that can be so very challenging, Capricorn, especially because you are an earthly sign. You are all about the pentacle and the coins realm. So what's the main energy? What's the current situation? The Chariot. This is about persevering willpower. This is about the drive, the motivating force, right? Because something has been tested here. What's been tested? Probably your dedication, probably your heart, probably your will to survive even with this Seven of Swords, because sometimes the Seven of Swords, yes, it can be lying, it can be cheating, it can be sneaking away, but a lot of times it's about deception, whether it's us wearing a mask and we're not being honest with ourselves about what we truly want and what we desire, or it can be other people trying to pull a quick one over you. But when the Chariot shows up, I feel like you want to just move forward. You want to get out of this energy as quick as you can, because the Chariot, Cancerian energy, is quick. It's fast, right? So when this is showing up here, you want to move forward with a new direction, right? Maybe this is you going off on your own. Some of you could be traveling. Some of you may be moving. Okay. Some of you are changing jobs. Some of you are building a business. There's something I feel like you are being guided to do in that one energy, which is, self. Even if you are partnered up, even if you aren't alone in a situation, but I feel like the choice is yours and yours alone. Okay. Here I go again on my own, going down the only road, right? Going down the only road you've ever known. But maybe this is also about expansion. It's about maybe taking a new route. Yes, you're going on that road that you've always known, but perhaps there's a new alternative route to take that you've never taken before. So this could be a new discovery for you. To rebuild, right? To rebuild and to recover. a brand new sense of stability here. And to some of you could even be getting a new vehicle or a new car, new company vehicle even. What's your strength? 7 of Coins. Putting in a lot of hard work. You're not afraid of hard work here, Capricorn. And a lot of you pride yourself in your work ethic. But sometimes it exhausts you, and sometimes you give until the point where you have nothing left for yourself. And that may be part of your purpose in this lifetime is, yes, the fruits of your labor paying off, but you also don't want to put so much into something that your returns are diminished. You're not getting anything back. And that's what your weakness is to know when to let go because you're not getting anything back in return, and to when to hang on because you know it's going to be worth it. Okay? So for a lot of you, I mean, look at all this coin energy showing up in your weakness and your strength, and this is your suit. So I like this because your strength is for you to put your heart and your soul and your dedication and your, willpower and everything that you have into growing and building something that's important to you. For a lot of you, it's your home. It's your family. For others of you, it's a business, right? But it's interesting to note the 7 of Coins, you see here that there's an egg. And this egg is a golden egg, a golden opportunity for you. It could be quite fragile. Some of you have the potential in this lifetime to manifest a lot of money. Okay, that's your strength. And some of you are saying, oh, Melissa, I'm still at the 4 of Coins. That hasn't happened yet. It might be because that's your purpose. That's part of your growth, your lessons, your opportunities. 7 of Coins is also, again, stepping back and doing that assessment. 7s are all about, again, another kind of singled out number, but it's about spiritual inner awareness. It's about wisdom and insight and reflection. So I feel like your strength is to reflect on what's in your highest good, what you need to hang on to, and what you need to let go of. And that could be beliefs. It could be relationships. It could be people. It could be, healthy or unhealthy patterns or foods or anything that just jives with your energy, Capricorn. And to take care of yourself, because if you're running 180 miles per hour here, you're going to get exhausted. You don't want to burn the candle at both ends. Okay. So take some time to rest, book that massage, take a trip, take a really long nap, and don't beat yourself up for taking a long nap. Yeah, those dishes had to sit, but you got some much needed rest. And a lot of you, that's difficult for you to kind of slow down because you feel like you have so much to do. Let's look at your purpose. What's your purpose and your secondary purpose? These are partnered up. These work together. It kind of reminds me of North Node and South Node in a way, which I've been talking about. You have the Queen of Cups in the upright, 6 of Coins reversed. This is about imbalance, right? When it comes to equal give and take. And here you are, Queen of Cups. This is your purpose, to be that nurturing, that caregiver, that loving, intuitive, mothering type of energy. Female or male, it does not matter. But the Queen of Cups is to have intuitive compassion for all living things, right? To have that compassion for the earth and for the animals and for nature, and, trying to have more compassion for humans, even when humans tend to be destructive or tend to be quite challenging. That may be why some of you are healers, your coaches, your mentors. You are advisors of some sort in your personal life or professional life. It does not matter. But the purpose is to not expend all of your energy into things that are unequal. With the 6 of Pentacles, again, another Pentacles, it's in reverse. 6 of Coins here is all about resisting help or taking and not giving, right? With the Queen of Cups, I just feel sometimes you give out everything in your cup and then you're left high and dry. So maybe boundaries would be important part of this life purpose or this situation. Perhaps keeping your heart open to compassion, but not allowing yourself to be a doormat, okay? Not allowing people to walk all over you. To have intuitive compassion, but not to compare as well, because sometimes when this Queen of Cups, when she's not in her highest of high energy, and the reason why she sometimes isn't in her highest of high is because she gives everything in her cup to others. So when she's feeling depleted, She can become very emotional, over emotional. She can take things on too personally, right? She can let her emotions overrule and get the best of her. And sometimes that leads to imbalance here within her giving and receiving. So the purpose here is to give generously, but make sure you're giving to yourself generously as well, Capricorn, because you are loving. You are a nurturer. You see that she has this cup here, and this cup is filled with something purple, right? So something spiritual. It's like you have this spiritual, authentic part about yourself that other people love, that they're attracted to, they want more of, but sometimes they want, and it leaves you high and dry. Now, Six of Coins is also about gifts, a gift from the universe. So this could be an exploration here of your own spiritual and divine gifts, not holding back, but expressing and sharing with the universe, with the world, your intuitive capabilities, you being of service in some way, shape, or form. This is someone who is extremely intuitive, could work in the caring profession as maybe, like I said, a nurse, tarot reader, psychic, healer, shaman, massage therapist, or again, it's personal life as well, or both. But I feel like there's a balance that needs to be taken here. This is about grants, scholarships, loans, gifts, or donations. Some of you are open to receiving some blessings, some miracles that the universe has for you, or that's part of the purpose here, is to be open to receiving in those blessings, because there's something I feel coming your way, but you may have been closed down to it, or maybe there was a sense of needing to get honest with yourself, and now you're opening up to that idea of reciprocity or some sort of gift coming in for you, or your gift out into the world, however it flows for you. It's that 8 energy, that infinity symbol, right? Now let's take a look here at your main lesson. King of Wands in reverse. The main lesson in this situation, whatever this may be for you, is to not let overbearing, bossy, manipulative, egoic, or controlling energy succumb you, whether this is yourself or someone else. King of Wands in reverse isn't a fun person. They're not very warm. They can be very cold, very bossy, very inflexible, very ego-centered. My you-know-what don't stink. They think that they can do anything. They think they have superpowers, right? They may manipulate their power. But the main lesson here, and if this is characteristics within oneself even, where you may be at times inflexible or hard to reach, or maybe a little bit bossy, which I feel like this could be someone you're dealing with, because you're already showing up as the Queen of Cups. It doesn't matter female or male, take it as it resonates. But the King of Wands here in reverse says there is a lesson here also about you becoming your own superhero. This is about you putting on your cape and discovering what your superpowers are, Capricorn, and utilizing them in ways that help you, instead of feeling overbearing because you're giving, and you have nothing left to give to yourself. Okay? Or maybe that's been the case in the past, and maybe now you're trying to find that balance because maybe you've set the bar so high, or you've set those boundaries or those defenses so strong that you are wrapped in armor and you can't let anyone in or anyone, anything out or anything in, because it's just a bearer of armor. This is about you getting to the point where you can feel dependably goal-oriented on your own gifts, right? Here I go again on my own. This is you becoming your own superhero. When the King of Wands is in the upright and you've learned the lessons needed, you take charge of your own destiny. This is about you being active and passionate and goal-oriented and driven, maybe even an entrepreneur here. This is someone who's a spiritual influencer, a motivational speaker, a leader, highly successful, highly adventurous, and very warm, wants to, shake everyone's hand and help everyone out and, do powerful acts of humanitarianism and help the world in big ways, right? Just like Superman wants to go out and help everyone. But the only way we can get to that point is if we help ourselves first. That's the lesson. What are your desires, your hopes, and your fears? Queen of Coins. Look at this. So you are portraying a lot of different archetypes here, but some of you, I do feel with this lesson, this is someone around you, or yes, take it as it resonates. This could be you with the King of Wands, but the Queen of Coins here is wasteful attachment. And remember, that's your weakness, is attaching yourself to things that diminish your energy. Or this could also be, I don't talk about this too much, but I'm going to talk about this now. It could even be negative energies that attach to ourselves, right? That attach to us that we may not even be aware of. It can be other people's hardships that attach to us. If you are a light worker, or it doesn't matter if you're a light worker or not, look at this. Underneath, you have the Three of Swords as well. You could be attaching, especially if you're empathic though, or if you're not quite putting up the protective barriers, or you don't have some sort of healthy, strong foundations, boundaries, or you're just not quite sure what's happening sometimes. Are these your feelings? Are these someone else's? Or if you do work with energy, I feel like there could be some attachments here that do tend to hang on, and maybe a good cord cutting or a good energy session would be good for you, or to connect with someone, a soul coach or anyone who's able to see what these may be for you and help you detach and give you ideas and ways. And you can go on YouTube, you can go on Google and find ways to kind of detach from these energies. But for some of you, the fears here are of attachments, or you attaching yourself to things that aren't good for you. Now the desires, the hopes are peaceful abundance. You just want to be able to focus on your coin. This is your energy here, Capricorn. And we have a lot of coin energy here. So you want to be abundant in your earthly realm. You want to have maybe a nice home, a vehicle, be able to travel, be able to have, a family, good family life, and just feel like you have enough instead of feeling like you are living paycheck to paycheck or very kind of materialistic at times. I mean, the desires and hopes are to have that abundance, and the fears are, what if I don't have enough, right? What if I haven't been good with my money? What if I've made some choices that have kept me attached longer than I needed to? Let's take a look here at what you don't see coming, or what you don't necessarily know. Eight of Swords and Page of Wands. It's important that we don't get in our own head and let self-doubt and self-confidence get the best of us. That's what you don't know. That could be happening here at times. It happens to the best of us, Capricorn. But this is about returning to a sense of confidence. This is about you not letting the past creep in and play a big role when it comes to your decision making. I mean, yes, of course, the past does come into play because we don't want to make the same mistakes, or we don't want to repeat the same things. But there's also this energy here of self-worth and self-doubt that may be part of a lesson here. Maybe that's something you're not quite aware of. Okay, because sometimes this King of Wands, right? Sometimes he can have a super high ego, like we talked about, or he can be someone who doesn't believe in his own superpowers. And so I feel like it's important that you return to a sense of confidence. How? By going back to the drawing board, Page of Wands, by planning something out, being the architect of your life, by maybe writing a new business plan, or connecting with a new friend, or joining a class, learning something new. I mean, the Wands is a very beautiful energy of willpower and creativity and passion and career and projects and love, right? It's that fiery force, the fiery energy. So rapid fire planning. Don't procrastinate because of a lack of confidence. Okay, it's time for you to move forward, and it's almost as if I feel a fake it till you make it, but it's not the Seven of Swords lying to oneself, but it's about taking baby steps towards your fears. And even if you don't feel quite confident enough, the more baby steps that you take towards some sort of planning, the more confident you'll get along the way. And that's what I am getting with the fake it till you make it. Okay, I think that's really what the phrase is about. It doesn't have to do with lying, right? It doesn't have to do with you being dishonest. It means that sometimes we have to fake that sense of confidence because it's really in there. But in order to kind of set that fear aside, false evidence appearing real, we need to just put one foot in front of the other and maybe start to grow into that confidence that really is truly there. But the fear throws it off, right? Throws it. It comes in like a hurricane sometimes when we have that sense of self-doubt. Now, advice to achieve your hopes and desires. So we see here, you want this wealth, you want this abundance, you want your coin. The Queen of Coins, when she is in the upright, right, she's resourceful, she's abundant, she's down to earth. Others enjoy the fruits of her labor. Yeah, she could be a working parent, a working mom as well. She could be someone who's really well known in the community. I feel like you are a person who, you put yourself out on a limb. Sometimes, yes, at the expense of others. But like I said earlier, what did we say? You have the ability and your strengths to manifest a lot of money in this lifetime. And I feel for some of you, you definitely have some past life connections to royalty. I don't know if I've said that to you. I think I've said it one other time. I don't know if it was for you, Capricorn, but if it was, I'd love to hear it. Drop it in the comments. But you do. You have the ability here to manifest a lot of money in this lifetime. And I feel like that's part of your desires and your hopes because you know this to be true for you. You know that you can be successful. And maybe a lot of money is being able to have a six-figure income and live comfortably. And for others, maybe it's to be a millionaire. I mean, it's going to be different. There's not one set number that means I'm going to live this abundant life. It's different for all of you. Now, the advice here is the World upright, Nine of Wands, and Devil in reverse. Whew. The Devil showing up with the Seven of Swords. Some of you, yes, there's some sort of attachments. There's something that you were around that was toxic, but you're putting an end to that cycle. 9, again, the energy of service, the energy of completion, of solitude. Okay, here I go again on my own. You're closing down a cycle here, but you're also realizing the world is your oyster, that you don't have to settle. And that's kind of what I feel here, not settling. You're getting back out there, right? The highway is the limit. I feel like you can go anywhere you want. You can do anything you want here, but you must release some sort of toxicity. Could be a person, could be an energy, right? Energy attachment, energy vampire, could be a belief. The Devil, Capricorn, this is your energy as well. This is obsessions, addictions, fears, manipulation, codependency, even materialism. And when this is showing up here, this in reverse, it's about freeing yourself from all of those things. You can live the good life without attaching yourself, and that's your weakness. You've been drained. You've been drained in a situation with the Nine of Wands in reverse, and advice to achieve your hopes with this Nine of Wands is don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams or your goals. Spirit is saying don't give up even though you've been through it, right? You've had to withstand adversity. You've come to a really, low point even in your life at times. Maybe this is one of those times. But your advice from Spirit is say, don't give up, just pause like he's doing there. He's pausing, he's resting. But you are so close to the finish line because you have the World here. And you're going to realize that you've completed a major victory, a major cycle, Capricorn. And now you're able to release the Devil. And when you release that, you realize that, wow, that was holding me back. Or maybe not even holding me back. It was a lesson that you needed to experience, and it was a difficult one, right? This is about you trusting in yourself. This is about you, Capricorn, marching to the beat of your own drum. A cycle has been completed. There's celebrations in order. Your advice from Spirit is to celebrate some sort of win, but don't give up here because you're really, really close to this no place like home. This no place like home is like heaven on earth, right? That song, ooh, heaven is a place on earth. You're getting to that point. Again, what's with the music? Some of you, maybe songs or music therapy, crystal singing bowl. Some of you are exploring your gifts of clairaudience. I'm telling you, my clairaudience, it's not my first clair, but it's one that is really coming in and becoming activated. So trust that your gifts are enhanced in a lot of different ways. Sometimes, yes, we focus on our main clair, right? But it's important that you realize that you have other senses and other abilities as well. And sometimes they'll show up more so for you than maybe your other ones. So I like this energy, Capricorn. You've come a long way. Don't give up yet. Don't give up right before you finish the cycle, because it's quite exciting. Now, stay loyal. Stay loyal to your own heart. Stay loyal to your own dreams. This is about you being open to continuing the path forward, continuing your soul's journey. What else do we have here? Fork in the road. Yeah, I feel like you're going to have some decisions to make. I just want to let's pull one more card here before we wrap up your reading on this fork in the road, because it's also card 13. 13 is the death card. It's about transformations. It is about time of an ending and moving towards a new transition. Spirit, can you please give us any guidance for this fork in the road? Okay. Oh, I love it. Look at this. This is beautiful. And I was going to mention this earlier and I didn't. But the only thing that can overcome the devil, and that's probably why I didn't mention it, because it didn't come out, but the only thing that can overcome the devil is the strength. And look at that. You have the strength here. And if you've heard me talk about the strength card in this deck, it's one of my absolute favorite strength cards, because this is about unquestioned confidence. I mean, look at this guy. He is running, not just on some pavement, he's running on the ocean. And for those of you that have ran on the ocean, you know that it's not easy. You sink into the sand, it takes more effort, takes more momentum, more energy. And not only is he on the sand, he is running at full force, but he has a prosthetic leg, right? So instead of letting this quote unquote handicap or some sort of challenge or impairment or struggle or teachable moment get the best of him, he's making the best of it. You have the strength to do the same, Capricorn. You're a fighter, you're a warrior, you're a survivor. There's nothing that you can't push out of your way to achieve your success in this lifetime. That is what I have for you. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell button. Thank you so much, Capricorn, for tuning in. Lots of love.